Good evening friends, I am Abhijit and I welcome you all on my YouTube channel AceFin. Today we will be discussing about how Nifty and Banknifty have performed on Thursday and how Nifty and Banknifty can perform tomorrow, that is 21st of March, Monday. Before we go to Nifty and Banknifty, let's look at the global indices. If we talk about the US indices have all closed in green. Dow Jones is up by 0.8%, S&P 500 1.17%, and Nasdaq IT stocks are having good amount of bull run. They are up by 2.05%. If we talk about European indices, when we talk about European indices, let's look at FTSE of UK. It is up by 0.26%, CAC of France 0.12%, and DAX of Germany 0.17%. So we can see more or less green closing on the indices in Europe. If we talk about the Chinese indices, Shanghai SZSC component, China A50 and DJ Shanghai, all these have closed in green, and it seems like global markets are now bullish as of now. Let's look at the FIDI data. On 17th March, FIs are net buyers. They have bought more than DIs. They have bought 2,800 crores and DIs were net sellers for 678 crores. So seems like FIs are coming back to Indian market, and that's a good news. And we can see Indian indices going up. Here we can see on 17th of March we saw a massive gap up. And we opened at 17,202. However, the last closing was 16,975. So let's go to the 15-minute chart to understand the price action. The green and the red lines are 50-day exponential moving average and 200-day exponential moving average. Now what happened on Thursday was we opened a gap up of around 227 points, and from there we started going higher. So Nifty was taking pause and slightly moving towards the resistance which was given to you, which was 350 to 370, 17,350 to 370, and there it was hovering and then closed at 17,287, slightly below the resistance. Generally on Thursdays we see volatile expiry, and this time the call writers who have written their positions at 17,000, 17,100, 17,200 and 17,250, they must be in huge loss because Nifty closed at 17,287 and made a high of 17,344. So there was a huge bullish momentum on Thursday. Generally it happens whenever there is a gap up, the market generally comes down because of the profit booking and the call writers exerts a lot of pressure. But on Thursday we saw there was huge open interest addition at 17,000, 17,100 and 17,200. That's why there was a tough fight between the call writers and put writers, and in the end call writers lost and closed their positions, and put writers won and closed the market close to 17,300. Now we have closed at 17,287, and it seems like there is a huge bullishness in the global markets because SGX Nifty is trading at 17,490, 208 points above from the previous closing. Now if we open gap up tomorrow, and if we open somewhere, let's say close to 17,400 to 420, then the immediate resistance would be 17,490 because SGX Nifty is trading at a very crucial level. If we open at 17,490, we can see a profit booking because 17,500 is going to be definitely a good resistance for the market. However, if there is a bullish momentum which persists into the market, then we can see the next level of 17,550, then next level of 17,600. So just a second, let me change the levels for you guys so that you can easily understand what I'm trying to say. Yes, so these are the levels on the call side. If we go to the put side, we can come down because there is a gap pending by Nifty to fill. However, I do not see this gap filling pretty soon. The first support would be 17,350 to 370. The second would be at 17,200. The third would be at 17,150 to 170, and there will be next partial support at 17,051. So these are the good amount of support levels, because if Nifty starts falling, then it can fall like a knife, because we have seen good amount of upward rally and Nifty has to take a pause or a relax. So of course a negative candle has to be formed. Let's see when it forms. On 24th March expiry of Nifty, we can see huge open interest at 17,500 followed by 18,000. So yeah, these are the levels for Nifty. On call writing side at 17,300, which is ATM strike price, equal amount of call writers and put writers are active. So let's see who wins the battle. If we talk about the put writing zone, put writers are active at 17,000, 41,000 contracts, and before this, there's good amount of call writing also happening at 17,200. So these are the levels for support. Here you can see the call writers have closed their positions. That means they have booked the losses and they are sure that the market will remain bullish. So that's why they have closed their positions. If we talk about Bank Nifty last closing was 35,748, and from there we saw huge gap up and we opened at 36,302. That was a huge closing of huge gap up opening of 553 points, and from there we saw the Bank Nifty was also staying at a higher levels as compared to Nifty. If we talk about Bank Nifty also closed at a crucial resistance level, which was given to you at 36,600 to 650, and let's see high was 36,611. So the Bank Nifty has formed a high which was given to you as a resistance, and from there it has taken slight profit booking and closed at 36,428. Now if we open gap up and start sustaining, then the first resistance would be around 3750. The second would be at 37,200 to 250, and third would be at 37,380 to 400. If we start coming down, the first support would be at 36,600, second would be at 36,220 to 250, and the third would be at 36,000. So these are the levels for Bank Nifty. Now if we go to the option chain of Bank Nifty, just a second. Yes. So we are at ATM strike price of 36,400, where good amount of put writers are there. So of course they are pretty sure that they are going to push the market at higher levels, and here good amount of call writers have closed their positions. So you can see that put writers have won over the call writers, and call writers have closed their position in negative or loss. I would say here put writers are active at 36,000 level. Good amount of put writing is there, and 35,500 also. If we talk about the call writers are standing at 36,500, and definitely we are going to open tomorrow above this point, and these call writers will be again in loss, and then they will push the market by closing their positions. Now the second level where call writers are active at 37,000, but here we can see already 5,700 contracts have been closed. The call writing is decreasing, so this is an indication on an option chain that market is going to sustain at higher levels. So that's all for this video, friend. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you want live market updates and stock recommendations, do follow my Telegram channel. Link will be given in the description below. Thank you.